All right, how are y'all doing today? Well, this is me and Stacy. We're in the man cave. We had to go outside, and she cut my hair today, and we helped plant a plant today on the side of the house, and we're just kind of a lazy day around here at my house. As you tell, I look tired as hell. I'm tired from work, but well, just wanted to make a video. I haven't made one in a little while. And I know it gets kind of boring. You always see me in the man cave making the videos, but it's about to rain outside today. A lot of wind and rain, and I didn't want to get my stuff wet. And the shed out there is hot. It's just hot inside. So I decided to do another video inside. Just want to talk about a couple of things. One of the things that I seen that was in the news was that there was like a Sesame Street parade thing, and there was two little black girls on the side of the parade watching the parade, and one of the characters was dressed up, as like, it wasn't Elmo, it was some other person or other character or whatever. That was a green, like, it wasn't like it kind of looked like Elmo, but it wasn't, but it was a green or a bluish looking character. I don't know who that is, do you?
Green bluish character?
Yeah, that's on Sesame Street, like a furry character.
Is it Oscar?
No, it wasn't Oscar, it was somebody else. But anyways,
Grover.
Probably.
He's blue.
But they what happened was they were doing the parade through there, and I don't know if this was at Disney or some kind of, I don't think it was a Disney thing. I think it was like some kind of character thing for like Sesame Street stuff. Well, the two little girls, they were wanting the character to come up to them, so they had their arms out like this, and they were wanting it to come, and interact with them. If you're watching the video of it, the character gives a high five to a parent and to a couple other people. It's a short video before it came up to the little girls. Well, when it came up to the little girls were reaching out like they were wanting to give it a hug or wanting the character to pick them up. And evidently, the policy of that person working for that employer doing that, they evidently have a policy where they're not allowed to do that because of they say the COVID stuff, and all that stuff going around. Well, since when the guy went up, or the person that went up there, the little girls was wanting them, to be picked up, the person did like this to them, like, no, like, I can't, or whatever, and kind of walked past the little girls. So there were some black folks that were saying that that's racist, and that it was racist that person did that. We don't even know what color person it was because they were wearing a costume, for one thing. The second thing is they said the employer had a restriction not to pick children up and not get them up close, because of the COVID stuff. That's kind of crazy, but it's like some people, they just push all this. They turn everything into racist, that don't even have nothing to do with race, and as Americans, we need to unite, but certain people is wanting division. They're wanting us to hate each other. They're wanting us to fight against each other, and not pay attention to what they're doing. And some people really, really push that kind of stuff, and it's wrong, They had no clue what color the person was. I think even the people, I don't know if it was like a theme park. Maybe it was a theme park. I just can't remember when I watched it. But they did offer the family of them two little girls to have like a special access or like an upgrade to be able to because they felt bad about that. They felt bad that the person playing the part or whatever couldn't pick them up and really interact with them. But that's like these days. I mean, you go up to somebody and you can't even shake nobody's hand. Like, people are so scared to shake hands. They'll do the fist bump. I get the fist bumps all the time, y'all. I'll go to people and they'll know who I am, or they'll see me around, or I'll greet somebody and they'll fist bump me. And that's fine. That's fine. But I'm a person, I like the handshake. Especially with a man.
Yeah.
A man to a man, I want a handshake, and I don't want no sissy ass handshake where it's like a dead fish, and when you go to shake hands with the guy, he's holding like a little part of your hand. I'm talking about a real man handshake. You lock into each other, firm, tight, and you look both each other in the eye. That's a real man handshake, and that doesn't happen a lot these days. I've noticed that there's men out there that give handshakes, and I say they handshake like a little girl.
Yeah.
Like that, it's not a firm, strong handshake, and you're looking each other in the eye.
Yep.
It's pretty much like a dead fish. You're handing somebody a dead fish, and it's like, and they barely.
I get that sometimes, shaking somebody's hand. I'm like, I look at them like that, and it's stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy, but you know, and then you see Nancy Pelosi and her husband. You know, they were talking about this Congress, you know, being able to get the insider trading stuff going on. If you really look at it, we know stuff like that's going on. They got insider trading. You know, they're basically in a high position, and then they know stuff's going to happen. Like they know the government's fixing to do a contract with a certain company or whatever. The company's fixing to get a lot of work or big bids going out for this company, and these Congress people know that in advance. And they'll put stocks and money into this.
Yep.
And then they come out looking like a champ.
Yep. They get all this money. They get the insider trading.
Now, you remember what happened years ago with old Martha Stewart?
Oh yeah, she did some jail time in that.
Yeah, she did. Now think about it. Think about this, y'all. Really think about this. Okay, Nancy Pelosi and her husband does insider trading all the time, and from what I heard, her husband owns parts of Dominion. If anybody knows about Dominion out there, that's the people that has the voting machines. And if you don't believe me, look it up. Look what I'm saying up. He owns part of it. He owns stocks and stuff into it. So it's a little shady. But, you know, you got to think about it. Martha Stewart went to jail. Now, the jail she probably went to is probably a really nice
cupcake. They call it the cupcake prison.
It's probably a really nice place. They probably serve filet mignon.
Yeah.
They probably have wine days. I don't know, but it's probably a real nice place. Probably like the Hamptons or something. You know, like a, you know, it ain't like a Motel 6. It would be like, you know, something nice. But think about it. She went to jail and she had to serve time for you know, for what she did. It might have been a little bit different, the circumstances, but if you think about it, you know, some of these people, there's a lot of people going around that's up in the higher offices and stuff. They need to be in jail. They just need to be in jail, and I don't understand. I guess our DOJs and people in charge that's over this big stuff like Garland and stuff. I guess they don't care, and they're just letting these people do what they want. But normal American people, we ought to be pissed about that, because if we do something wrong, it's automatic you go to jail.
Yep.
And I don't know if y'all know this. Anybody that's watching my video that lives here in Florida, the reason why you've been seeing a lot of state troopers and sheriffs and law enforcement really cracking down on speeding, and you've been seeing them on the road a whole lot lately. Well, that's because they're doing a special thing called the Southern Slowdown. The Southern Slowdown. So law enforcement is cracking down on these speeders and these careless drivers. So that's why you're seeing so much of it. A lot. We were just coming home the other day, and we seen big old cloud of dust. I told Stacey, I said, I guarantee you somebody just got in a wreck or they ran off the road or something. Yeah. And she's like, I don't know. So we rode down a little bit further, and sure enough, somebody ran off the road, and they were probably running about 70 miles an hour or more, and ran off the road and flipped their car. Just boom, 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 boom.
The car was on the side.
And there was people stopping. There was a lot of people up there. I didn't stop because there was plenty of people up there to get that person out or whatever.
10 or 15 cars stopped.
Yeah, but, you know, people need to pay attention to stuff. You know, people that goes out there and speeds and act stupid. You know, you risk your life. You risk your life over going fast, getting somewhere a little fast, you know. And really, if you think about it, if you drive the speed limit and go somewhere, and then another person's speeding to go to the same place, pretty much you get there. You might get there a little bit faster, hauling tail, but really you don't. It's much rather take your time and get there and be safe than to get speeding tickets or get injured or die from it. You know, they say in Florida about 8 people die a minute or something like that in Florida.
In car
accidents. 8 people a minute or something, which is a lot. I mean, if you really think about it, that's 8 people dying every minute in Florida from a car accident. But, man, hey, here we go. They're pushing that jab, y'all. Or not pushing the jab, they're pushing that Vaseline. Y'all know the Vaseline, that's a code word. They're pushing it. They're pushing it. You know, I heard over in California, Newsom is really pushing that hard, and they're trying to get that started again. You know why they're doing that, y'all. You know why they're doing that. Because you know what? Some voting stuff's coming up. You know, when I went to the election office, I had to change my address. And, or actually I had to get proof of address because I had to homestead my house on the taxes and stuff. But we went up there, and buddy, when I went up there, I told the girls up there, the women that worked in there, I was like, hey, we need more people to vote. We need to get this started. I said, because I'm tired of living in this mess. I don't know about y'all, but it irritates me to wake up every day and think about who's running our country. And I don't even know who's running our country. But as an American, as a person who loves the country, I'm really worried. I have anxiety over it, you know, and what is our future? You know, what all these crazy ass people pushing? You know, the people's not telling the truth to us for sure. We know that. Will they ever tell the truth? Who knows? Well, you know, I mean, they're, you know, The View. This is how stupid The View is, y'all. You know The View, the show with the women on there? This is how stupid they were. They had a conversation talking about the guy that killed the guy in Indiana at the mall. And they were saying, well, the guy that brought the gun in there that shot the person, the shooter, he was breaking the law by him having a gun in that mall when he wasn't supposed to. And that ain't right. This is how stupid people are. Okay, let's say the mall says I can't have a gun. They don't want a gun on the premises. And I bring a gun on the premises. All they can do to me is ban me off their property. That's all they can do. If I'm lawfully carrying a gun and I have it on me and I go into a mall and the mall says, we don't want guns here, we don't want stuff like that here. If they catch me with that gun, as long as I'm properly with the state, you know, and have my concealed weapon permit, I'm good with the law. But the individual that owns the property, that's their policy of not wanting guns on the property. Now, they might bar you, they might ban you from ever going to that place, but no, it's not against the law. It's like the state of Florida. State of Florida, I got a concealed weapon permit. You know, of course I can't go into hospitals, I can't go into federal buildings, I can't go into post offices, I can't go into certain stuff with the gun. Now, if I went to the mall, no matter which one it is around here, if I go to the mall with it, their policy might be we don't want firearms on our premises or in our building. Okay? So if somebody accidentally sees my gun, my shirt pulls up and somebody sees my gun, they might call law on me. They might bar me off that property or trespass, you know, not let me be back on their property. But I'm not breaking the law because the law is I'm lawfully carrying a gun. With the state of Florida, I have the permit to carry the gun. You just might get banned off the property. But what if that guy wouldn't have never carried that gun that day? What if that guy would have never carried that gun? If he would have never carried that gun and shot that guy, that shooter that was shooting people, then you'd have had more people dead.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And I think he shot 3 people. I think the shooter killed 3 people. But man, we need more people to do that. Carry them concealed weapons. Who cares if you get banned from a damn mall? Who cares? As long as we're saving lives and we got our gun, you know, you ought to carry that, man. That's something we ought to do. We always ought to carry our firearms. Even if you can't carry a firearm, at least carry a damn knife or something. Have something. But you know, that's the thing about it. These days, people are so chicken. They're so chicken about everything, man. They're so scared of everything. Mm-hmm. If you really watch the news and what they're pushing on us, man, if I went and read the news today on Google or the internet or whatever, the news, it's like they're trying to put fear in everybody about all kind of stuff. Like I read somewhere that there was supposed to be an asteroid that's heading our way. It's supposed to strike the world. You know how many times I've heard that?
Yeah.
They've got people scared about, hey, this is going to happen, so you need to do this. They're just fear pushing. They're pushing fear, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Is what they're doing is pushing fear.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know why they're doing that. Maybe it's for control, because when you get fear in you, then you kind of, I guess they kind of got a control on you, but something's, definitely not right with all this stuff, but I wanted to show y'all something today. Me and Stacy actually we both have one, that we ordered, but it's a really good book, and it's one of my favorite people that I like to watch. I watch a lot of his videos, and he's a good American, and he stands for what's right. And but I just wanted y'all to see this, and if you ain't got one, go get you one and then read it, because it's a dang good book. And the guy that does it, he sells a lot of merchandise. He sells hats, he sells shirts, and he tells it like it is. And we need more of that, and y'all out there that's watching my videos and supporting all of us, like Donald Wiseman, Mark Hatfield, Waterbug, and people like that. We need more support, because we're trying to get word out here, and we're talking about issues, and we don't make nothing from this. We do it because we love the country, and we need to we need to talk about stuff. There's certain things we need to talk about and vent. It's good to bottle everything that's going up inside is very bad for your body, and it can bother your health and stuff. But I just wanted to show you this book. See that book? Beating Black and Blue? If y'all ain't got this book, go out and get it. It's worth reading. I haven't read the whole book, but I've read a little bit of it. But it's really good. It's got some really good stuff in there by Brandon Tatum. Now, if you go on YouTube, he's Officer Tatum. He was a police officer, ex-police officer for 6 years on the Arizona Police Force. And he's a black man. And he tells it like it is. He tells the truth. He calls out these people that push all this race and this, why is the cop stopping me? I'm black, that's why they're stopping me. He does it. He calls that shit out, Sorry for cussing, but he calls it out like it is. Stacy bought one and I bought one. Now, the ones we got are autographed copies. I think they still sell them where you can get them autographed copies. I'm not sure, but there's my autograph on mine. Now, I don't remember how much were they? Probably about $30-$40.
I think they were $39.99 if I'm not mistaken for the signed copy.
Yeah, and the thing about
we had to
this,
pre-order them.
and the thing about it is, we got the books when it first come out, but you can go and buy one right now. You can go on his website, officertatum.com.
Yep.
And you can go on there and purchase. They got hats, they've got shirts, and the shirts have some good sayings like what's some of the shirts they have?
I'd have to look.
Oh, you have to just go look at it. OfficerTatum.com. Just go look at it. They got cool hats, cool shirts that has good sayings on them, and some of the sayings really piss off the left. But he's a really good guy. Watch his videos on YouTube. He's awesome to watch. He has short videos, and then ones he does with different people. And but he's a really good guy, and he stands for what's right, and he calls them out, and he tells it like it is. But other than that, man, I've just been working, and today's kind of a rainy day. It looks like it's going to rain and stuff, so we're just getting kind of some stuff done. I gotta, the thing that sucks about having a lot of stuff that's got motors, you always got to run them. Like like you got a four-wheeler, you got you got all these, a boat motor. I got a boat motor on this other boat. I got to run all this stuff, and it's like, man, it's just to keep it up. You got to run it every so often to keep it up and just run it. But I tell you what, our country is in a hot mess. It really is. If you really think about all the stuff that's going on, we're in a hot mess. I mean, they're trying to spend more. Biden's trying to push more money, wanting to spend money when all this inflation is going on. It's stupid.
I bet you most of it goes overseas too.
Yeah, we're broke and we're in a recession. It could be going into a depression.
And he's like,
they're wanting to spend this money, and they're pushing all this, this Build Back Better and this Green Deal. Man, that green deal is destroying things, man. If y'all read it and look this stuff up there, what they're trying to push and spend this money on is wasteful.
Yeah.
Just wasteful spending, you know. And they did ask Nancy Pelosi on the news. I seen it. They tried to ask her a question about her husband and him with getting stocks and stuff, and she didn't want to hear that. She got off that stage fast, man. She hauled tail.
Yeah.
That's how these people are. They're snakes, man. And like I said, you know, there's a guy in Florida that we're thinking about backing. And what was his name?
Is it Scott Franklin?
Scott Franklin.
So we're doing our research.
Yeah. So I told Stacy before we back this guy and vote for him and back him and put a sign in our yard, we're definitely going to do our research before we do that. I don't want to go put a sign in my yard and come to find out this guy right here wants the schools to teach CRT, or he's a Biden supporter, or he's far left. I want to make sure when I back somebody, they're who they say they are, because nowadays there's so many people that's they want the votes, and they know the Democrats or the Republicans are going to get the votes, right? So you got Democrats that want to run as a Republican, or what they're saying. You know, you could hear what these people are saying when they speak. There's certain things they word, certain things they say in their words, because they can say a couple things and I can pretty much figure out what they're saying and what they are, without them coming out and saying I'm a Democrat or Republican. I can pretty much see how they do. But that that don't always mean nothing either. I mean, when you're talking about a politician, you can't believe them. You just can't. They'll tell you the sky's blue one minute, and then next minute they're saying the sky's green.
Yeah.
You know, you
That's
just
true.
can't.
They do whatever they can just to get in there.
You know, and I tell you what, it's foolish. It's just foolish, foolish stuff that people push. But you really want to know why people want to know why society is so screwed up. It's very simple. They don't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. The reason why society's screwed up, you got these people that are all crazy in the head. You got people going out doing shootings. You got kids acting any kind of way and acting foolish. It's because they've took God out of stuff. They've took God out of stuff. So what do you think's going to happen? You listen to it. Whatever they're feeding you, you're going to become it. When you listen to it, you watch it, you read it, you see it all the time. It's like programmed. The evil is being programmed into everybody. That's why I don't even like watching TV no more. I really don't. And if I do watch TV, I like watching movies, like old movies. By the way, this is pretty cool. I got this in today. If y'all see that flashing right here? Let me see if I can point at it. See it right there?
You can't really see it.
You can see it flashing.
Oh, you can kind of.
You can see it flashing up there, y'all? Well, I'm a fan of 80s movies. Well, that's a flux capacitor, and if you watch Back to the Future, it had a flux capacitor in the DeLorean, which is the vehicle they used to travel through time, Back to the Future. So I ordered one. I thought it was cool and just put it in my man cave. I like stuff like that, but I like all different kind of movies, and I like the old 80s movies, stuff I grew up with, and and I like 80s country, I like 90s country. That's the era that I really listened to country really good, and it was good stuff,
I didn't listen to country then. I just started listening to country recently when I met this guy.
Hey, y'all went fishing the other day. We was just fishing off the seawall.
I caught a fish.
Hey, I caught one first,
Oh,
right?
stop.
You ought to see her face.
That was probably the fish that I almost got, but it left. Yeah.
Hey, she was pissed. I brought the fish in, I looked at her face, and she was like, oh, I gotta catch one now. But her fish was smaller than mine. But she did good because she caught one.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But, yeah, man, the fish were definitely biting. There's fish out there. I walked out there today and seen there's bluegill and brim stuff all around there. And I walked over by the seawall and I seen 2 big bass leave out. But it's fixing to rain. I ain't getting out there to pull with lightning. But I need to do some more fishing. But, but I just want to make a video talking about some things, catching up with everybody. I see a lot of stuff going on. And I got a lot of questions about stuff, this January 6th committee still doing their thing, pushing their stuff through, you know, and trying to make Trump look bad. And we all know what it's about. They're trying to flip votes is all they're trying to do. Somebody asked me the other day, yeah, have you watched some of that? I said, I don't watch none of that. I don't watch none of that January 6th stuff.
What they're trying to do is stop him from running again. That's exactly what they're trying to do.
Yeah, they're trying to get him in trouble for whatever they can. Mm-hmm. That way they can block him and he can't vote. Because they know when Donald Trump runs for president,
he's going to win.
He's going to win.
It.
Bottom line. And you can run whoever you want to against him. Yep. Probably the only person that has a good chance, would be DeSantis.
Yes.
But I really don't think they're going to do that. I think that Trump and DeSantis have talked enough that they're not going to step on each other's shoes.
Yeah.
But Trump has got, you know, we a lot of people support Trump, you know, and more people are starting to open their eyes up. And when they're asking, even the news, when they're asking people who they're going to vote for next time, you know, I heard too, Joe Biden is said he's going to run for president the next thing. Yeah. After what he's did, we got 2 more years of this clown. He's talking about he want to run again. 80 years old.
No, we don't need that again.
I mean, come on. And all of a sudden he got corona. You know, Joe Biden's got corona.
Okay.
I think Joe Biden had corona for a long time. The reason why I say that, Joe Biden, if you ever watch his older videos, right, or his older news conferences, he always had candy in his mouth. Like a cough drop. Yeah. And he was coughing all the time. Mm-hmm. You hear he coughed. And even if you watch the old stuff that's like a year or 2 old, if you look back, he does a lot of coughing. So I think he's had corona or he's continued to have corona. Yeah. But you know what's bad is I don't want nothing bad to happen to Joe Biden. Even though I don't like him, I don't want nothing bad happening to him. Mm-hmm. Because if something happens to Joe Biden, who do we get then, y'all?
Camel toe. That's all she does. Like, I could do that too. Can I be president? Shoot.
Well, the only way she got where she got is because Willie Brown.
Folding socks and sucking.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
See, you caught yourself. So. Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. Stacey, you better be good. Stacey's being bad today, y'all. See this? She's being bad. I ain't giving her nothing to drink today. No alcohol for her. But that's true. I mean, how she got where she's at is because of what she did.
Exactly.
And I tell you what, if y'all want to know about Joe Biden and you want to know about Kamala Harris and you haven't watched Judge Joe Brown, look up on YouTube. Judge Joe Brown talks about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. He was around in them older days. And he remembers these people. And he actually has videos where he talks about back in the old days when Joe Biden was making speeches, and he was actually there and heard them with his own ears. And he knows Kamala Harris from back in. He even knows her father and her mother. Yeah. And she's not even black. A lot of people don't know that. Kamala Harris ain't black, y'all. She ain't black. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, she's not. She's Indonesian and something else.
Yeah, I forgot.
I can't remember. But watch Judge Joe Brown. You go on Judge Joe Brown on YouTube and look up Judge Joe Brown talks about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And look that video up and watch it because it'll open your eyes. Also, too, if you haven't watched Bloody Hill, watch Bloody Hill, y'all. If you want to see what really happened on January 6th, watch Bloody Hill on YouTube. Or you can watch it on BitChute. You can watch it on Rumble. Any of that. But watch Bloody Hill. It explains a lot. It shows video and actual footage of professional rioters. These people were hired to cause havoc and to tear stuff up. Yeah. To make them look like they're a Trump supporter. You could tell these people are not Trump supporters. The way they were dressed and the way they looked, they were not Trump supporters, but they were dressed like they were. But I'm telling you, a lot of shady stuff. But watch Bloody Hill. That'll open your eyes up. I'm telling you. If you don't know a whole lot about the January 6th, you just hear what you hear on the news, you'll be all messed up in the head. Yeah. If you want to change your thought, have an open opinion, watch Bloody Hill and watch what it says and look at the video. Okay? You're getting one side, the January 6th stuff from the Democrats that is trying to hold Trump to the fire. Yeah. Well, watch Bloody Hill because that gives the other perspective of it. Because if you want the truth, you got to look on both sides and get it. You can't just go on this side and look at something and go on this side and look. You need to look at both things and see and make that choice and see what you see for yourself. When I seen it, I opened up my eyes. I was like, oh, man, it's even... I already knew, but that even confirmed it even more. And that's what we need to do, is pay attention to stuff, watch stuff like that, because it's true stuff. It's actual video.
Yeah.
I didn't know that two of the people that was up there, they wasn't even up on the stairs. They were just standing down on the bottom of the Capitol building, and two percussion grenades got thrown by the Capitol Police, got through at them, and it blew up and actually killed 2 people.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
It shows one woman, a white woman, up there, and a black Capitol Police woman is beating her with a stick so bad, beating her down on the ground, was still beating her on the ground, that people were rendering CPR and doing chest compressions on her. And I don't know if I can't remember if she lived or she died, but she got the hell beat out of her.
Wow. Crazy.
And it was cops waving them in. You can see them on the video. This Bloody Hill shows it, waving them in, opening the gates up, letting people through. It shows Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt, the person that broke the window where Ashley Babbitt got shot.
Yeah.
Ashley Babbitt went over there and tried to tell that person, no, don't break the window, don't tear this stuff up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, she did that, and she ends up getting shot. But you gotta watch. I'm telling you, Bloody Hill, watch it. It's worth watching, and then you can make your own opinion. But anyways, we just want to make a video, talk about a couple things. We're chilling in the man cave. We had a little stuff to do today. I still got stuff to do. I'm always busy, even on the weekends, y'all. But we really got to pay attention to stuff, and don't be caught up in all this foolishness. Have your own mind and your own opinion, and that's about anybody, no matter what color you are. Have your own opinion about something. Don't just let somebody tell you to vote a certain way or do a certain thing. You got a mind, use it. Because a lot of people are programmed. They're used to their parents or somebody they know that tells them this person's good, this person's bad. Instead of making your own choices in your own mind,
they're making their choice.
They're making their choice for you. Mm-hmm. And you know how people are. People always try to tell you, oh, you shouldn't do this, or hey, you should do this. Then people never follow the rules either.
Yeah.
Come on. Do what you think's right, and have your own opinion, your own mind about something. That's what I'm saying. Now, don't go out and do stupid stuff that's going to get you in trouble, or it's bad, you shouldn't do, or, it's against God or something like that. Don't do stuff like that. Use your own opinion, use good judgment, But everybody, I love you out there. We love Trump. We love this country. We love our military. We love our veterans out there. Veterans, we love you. They're best, y'all. Y'all served in the military, sacrificed for our country, and for our freedoms that we get to enjoy every day. And we love you, and we think about you all the time. I really do. I think about the veterans and the people that sacrifice so much, the people that are still here and the people that are in the ground. It gives me chills talking about it, y'all. But I love you. All my subscribers out there, subscribe to Donald Wiseman. Hey, keep an eye on Donald Wiseman. He's going live this weekend.
Yes.
He's going live this weekend. Mm-hmm. But just keep an eye on your notifications and keep an eye on him, because he's going live.
Yeah.
And he's going to have some good stuff to talk about. I think he's even going to have a
special guest.
Ohio representative, Republican representative, on his show this time. So watch him, share stuff out, keep an eye on that. Watch Waterbug 68. Watch Mark Hatfield. Mark Hatfield's always got good videos. Y'all watch him and share them out. That's what he needs. That's what we're trying to do, is get the word out there. Pastor Steve Warren, Faith Chapel Ministries, Baxter, Tennessee.
Yep.
Hey, watch him, support him. Go buy a CD. If you ain't got a CD, go buy it. It's worth buying. Contact them. You can contact them on Facebook and how to get your CD and get you a copy of it, and you have some good music. I love his music. Listen to it very often. And support somebody that's good-hearted and that loves our country. And we got a patriotic preacher, y'all. Patriotic preacher! Huh? How many people can say you have a patriotic preacher?
Not many.
That tells the dang truth. Not very many. But, hey, we do. Our group, we do, y'all. We have a patriotic preacher. Tells it like it is. We got Mark Hatfield. Makes some of the best moonshine there is.
Yep.
Tells it like it is.
Yep.
Good guy.
Yep.
But we're glad we got them guys like that. You know,
Yep.
they can get the word out there, especially what's happening in our country. So until next time, Stacy.
Take care, y'all. Love ya.
All right, we love y'all. Remember, share us out, like our channel, give us some comments. We'll talk to you later. See ya.
Bye.